Okay, well, give me some tips right quick on fishing the White River. I was told once upon a time by a young man who had been a guide for a long time, he said if you wade down into the water waist deep, Sani, you're not going to catch anything because that's where the fish are. Because the fish are river fish, and so they don't like to be in the deep water, so you want to stand in shallower water and fish in shallower water. Is that the truth?
Well, when you're fishing, like this kind of weather here, fish are like find ledges. And as the hotter it gets, the colder they need the water. So they'll find like an old riverbed or something, and it'll drop off. And as the water starts getting higher, warmer, they start dropping lower. So, and trout are kind of lazy. They don't get in the middle of the stream anyway. You know, mostly when it's real mossy and stuff like that. They kind of like to stay in the calmer water.
Well, there's not much on the White River that's very calm when they hit those generators,
and
then there's no such thing as calm water.
Then it gets to churning.
Yeah, my fishing is usually bass, you know, smallmouth bass or something like that in some of the creeks and rivers around here. And I know to fish in the little rock pools that show up.
Now we have a kayak trip that is on the North Fork, but you don't know when they're going to turn the generators on.
Right.
So you might get in there and it might just be calm, and then all of a sudden here comes a rush of water.
Yeah, and you thought your trip would take 8 hours and it took 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you guys want to talk about prices, or does it fluctuate all over the place?
No,
He's got it all written down.
I got it all written
And he
down.
wasn't going to be on TV.
Yeah, you can see it better than that.
Oh, look at that. That's why you didn't want to come on.
Haven't got your glasses, have
Because he
you?
can't see it.
Like for a day trip or something.
A day trip, like on a kayak, let's see, it'd be a 18 mile, it's $35 a person.
Oh, it's not bad. And that's kayaks and everything's...
Paddle,
Paddle,
life
life
jacket.
jackets, all.
Right.
Does that include the food too?
No,
You know, a day trip, you
No.
don't get a lunch or anything on a day trip. You have to bring your own food.
you have to bring your own.
So it has to be an overnighter before you get your
Right.
food.
Okay.
And then on like the guided trips, if you want a guide with you, full day with a John boat, $65.
If
And that's
you
with
want
the guide and the lunch.
If you want to come fishing, I'll take you out in the boat for $65. So bring your partner, and it costs him $65.
Do you rent fishing equipment too?
I furnish some rods and reels.
Some rods and reels, okay.
And then what kind of bait do you use? Live bait or
No, we use-
artificial?
The White River is known for its power bait.
Okay.
What's power bait?
Just little stinky balls that you put on the hook.
Oh, like
Different
that
color.
stuff you buy in the
Kind of
little jar, and if you ever
fluorescent
open it up,
colors,
it's just,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a little black marshmallow
Right.
kind
That
of thing.
you can't beat the worm.
They're
Usually-
red.
Can't beat worms.
They're
Okay.
red, they're yellow, they're green. Sometimes you'll go out there and fish, and you have to find the combination that they're biting. So you'll put 2 red ones and a white one on, and you'll fish that for a while, and that might not work. So you'll put a pink one and 2 green ones on, and that might not work. And pretty soon you'll find the combination that they're.
And it changes daily, doesn't
It
it?
It
changes
does.
daily.
It really does. You never
Do-
know
do the-
really
do
what
the-
they're going to
do
hit
the
on.
fish go to school and
I guess
do
that's where they get their
strategy
education.
come back out or something?
Well, I
the
always
next
wonder
day?
why they stink. Fish don't smell, do they?
Not to each other.
Well, I know, but
Sure
I
they
mean,
don't.
why does that stuff have a scent to it if
Well,
fish
they have
don't
nose.
have?
They have nostrils. They can smell in the water.
Yeah, it's kind of a taste, I think.
It's more of a taste or
Whatever
anything
it
like that. Like, you know, it's Shark Week on TV, and they can scent a drop of blood like miles and miles. Anytime there's Shark Week on TV, that's all they talk about.
You know, and if you catch fish, we even clean them for you.
Oh, good. Do I have to pay so much a pound to do that?
Well, if you come, I'll charge you $30 a pound.
$30 a pound?
Just
I
for
can
you.
I can clean my own fish. Thank
Please
you very
do when
much.
she comes out. Please charge her out.
No, a lot of people just like them cleaned and give them
Yeah.
whole. I like to fillet them out
Yeah.
because that way you don't have the bones. You know, I never could stand trout until I came here and
No, I love
learned how
trout.
to fillet them out. Now I love it because I don't have all the bones. Anything's
Yeah.
worse than to sit down with a fish and pick bones.
Oh, I'm hungry. I want to eat.
He had to figure out how to sharpen that little skinny knife first.
Exactly. Now, do you fry fish on the riverbank? Because that's something I've heard a lot of guide services
Yeah, a lot
that
of
they
guide-
recommend, that if you catch fish, we'll cook them that night on the
Yeah,
bank
if they
for you.
want it, if they want it that way.
Something like
You're
that.
accommodating.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Your new business, I'm sure there's things you want to do in like a year's time. What are you not doing now that you'd like to do next year? Add things.
Well, yeah, I'd probably like to add more kayaks and canoes. I'd really like to see more people see the river. it's like being on a train ride. You get to see more beautiful scenery on a train ride
Yeah.
that you'll never see on the highway.
Yeah, and the sunsets and the sunrises are different every day, aren't they?
You
Yeah.
betcha. They
Yeah.
really
And
are.
on the river, you know, you can drift along and see the animals. You can see the fish in the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
You might even see a deer
Swimming
swimming
across.
across.
You bet.
I saw one a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing to me.
I saw a 14-point swimming across one time. It's in the winter time. He was just massive rack on him.
Yeah, I guess they do it. It's
Well, they've got to get from one side to the other. They
guess
do,
so.
dear.
Well, the hogs are starting to cross quite a bit too now.
Really, the wild hogs
Yeah.
around here? Now that I've never, in fact, I've only ever seen one wild hog ever, and I thought it was a bear.
Oh, really?
I was coming up Push Mountain Road on my way home from Little Rock one time, and I saw it in the distance, and I thought, man, what a big black dog. And then I thought, that's a bear. And then I got closer, and I was like, a hog's the only wild one I've ever seen.
wow.
And it was out there on Push Mountain Road, and so I
over
guess
in-
we have them around here.
Over in the forest, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, over in the forest, there's a lot of them.
You do any hunting?
I do some.
You do any guide services?
No, I
that way, or-
haven't yet, but I've
Okay.
thought about it
Well,
a little bit because you
maybe
got
we
more
can
and more
add to
people
that.
coming into the area from out of state and
All right.
wanting to hunt.
Well, we've burned up just about an hour, and we're about out of time. Let's tell people where you're located one more time if they just walked into the living room and saw you talking.
okay, we're 4 miles south of North Fork on Highway 5 South and Dwelly Road, going to the Reds Landing. So
Up there on the hill.
up on the hill,
Bunch of kayaks and canoes and usually an
Fine
old
location.
Harley sitting
You
there.
can't miss it.
you
right?
can't miss it.
Yeah, you can't. And then you have
Famous
sit on
last words.
top and sit down inside and all that, because kayaks, I think people always think about those. You're trapped inside and they're going to tip over and, oh no, you're going to have to teach me how to roll. No,
there's
you
different
don't.
kinds now.
Different kinds.
Matter of
yeah.
fact, when we leave here, we're headed down the river
Yeah,
ourselves.
that's what
Well,
Manny was going to just go
Just
out
you
and
and,
go.
you and him.
Right.
Okay, good.
See what kind of critters we can find.
Well, good.
Well, Jared, Rick's nice to meet you guys.
Nice meeting you.
And
we
welcome
may-
to
we may come out
Arkansas.
sometime.
And you're welcome to come out and we'll take you kayaking.
Well, I own my own kayak. Thank you very much.
And-
So
and you can-
I've been in one many a time.
And any fish you catch, he'll clean it for $30.
Yeah, he'll
Each
clean it for
fish.
$30, and I'll cook it.
And we'll
I'll-
give
I
it,
might
and
even
we'll
try to
give it
rope
from
one.
the
Yeah,
hand.
give it to me.
No, if I get the guy, clean it. But no, I do a lot of kayaking. My husband and I do.
We'd like to thank
Enjoy
all
it.
the guests that have been on the show today. Kristi.
No,
she was not here. I'm
Kristi
sorry.
Stufflebeam,
Lori McCracken
you
was here.
sent Lori, and
I'm
Lori's
sorry
going to
about
get you
that.
for that.
And then Clay Talley and
Clay and
Dixie
Dixie.
Turner. And Rick and Jerry
Jerry
are here. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next time. All right.